What isn't there like about this attack? Just look at it. He shows why Frieza's football team has been undefeated this season. Not only is he extremely fast, but he just knocks down anyone who gets in his way. You may be nameless, sir, but you certainly are one badass running back.
Do you appreciate the power of Frieza's army now?
There's one reason and one reason alone that gets Cybermen on this list, that being the position the target ends up in after the explosion. Take some of the strongest characters in the game and put them on the receiving end of this attack and they instantly look like weaklings. This attack is to be feared greatly. Even if you win after it has been used, it is a hollow victory. The ability for this attack to make anyone look like a complete and utter wimp should not be underestimated in any circumstances, as it will cost you every shred of pride you have ever had in your life.
I won't let you live.
This move starts off great by having a very angry looking nail charge right at the person. But the best part of this is the blast at the end. Not only is it a one-handed blast, which is always cool, but he turns around to do it. Add on top of that, the target turns around just enough to see it coming, but not enough to really do anything about it, and you have one badass attack.
I did it!
I'll kill you!
Four words. Neck snap of doom. With all the attacks that end with an energy attack of some sort or is simply a mass pummeling, it is nice to finally see one that is fatal due to normal means. In this case, neck snapping. The only thing keeping this attack from being higher on the list is a lack of snapping sound effect to go with it. After all, what's the best part of breaking someone's bone in a game? The satisfying crack that comes along with it. Her Great Ape Ultimate gets an honorable mention as being the only giant character with a rush. Also, it is finally nice to see one of those giant characters just smash the crap out of someone.
How did that feel, punk?
I'm done with you!
This move was great in the last game, but there was one change to it that managed to get it on this list. That, of course, being the head stomp. What better way to insult your opponent than to step on the back of their head right before you blast them into oblivion?
Kneel before my full might!
There are many reasons why this attack is great. First things first though, he dashes past them. The only reason why this is important is he uses whatever aura item you have equipped. It makes the attack just a little more personal in that way. The kick after he turns around isn't anything special. What is though is the punch that follows. He just socks them in the jaw. Nothing fancy, just a punch to the jaw. You'd expect this kind of punch from some of the larger and dumber characters, certain green-haired Saiyans come to mind, but no, here Gohan just socks someone and sends them flying. The greatness only continues from there as he not only throws them to the ground, but slams them into it. Being caught as you're flying back and jerked around like that cannot be good for your health. I mean, your back would be pretty messed up after that. To end all this, there are a few fancy flips followed by a one-handed Kamehameha to kill them. Best of all, it vaporizes the body as well.
I will protect the future! Got you!
Epic Gut Punch. Not only does it stun them, it makes them fall to the ground like a rag doll. Your first strike was strong enough that there was no need to hit them to the ground for the rest of it. No, just one single punch was all it took to knock them senseless. This is the single strongest punch in the game. The next punch just adds further insult to them. After being sent to the floor face first, a fist slams into their back. But oh no, there is much more to this than that. Not only is their spine destroyed at this point, but a giant dragon comes flying out from underneath them, and after some fancy flying, just charges at them and eats them.
Sorry, I win this one.
I'll enjoy this.
The style of this attack is simply brutal and degrading. The first two hits are nothing special. Then there is the kick that just destroyed Vegeta's arm, followed by just tossing them casually to the ground. From there it only gets worse, kicking them while they are down to make them lay on the ground in utter defeat, as she shows just what little respect she has for her opponent by blasting their body after she turns her back to them. This move just shows no respect for her opponent, and to top it all off, it vaporizes their body if it kills them. This really is a sadistic attack.
This is what happens when you don't pay up.
I am sure everyone knows why Cell is on this list. No matter who he is fighting, they have a look of fear and confusion on their face as he turns into a giant energy-filled blimp. Of course, the best part is his face right here. It is beyond greatness. The second it is on the screen is the funniest second in any Dragon Ball Z game. It makes losing all your health to see it worth it. Even more so when you transform right after to get all your health back. Overall, the addition of this attack brings that nice hint of comedy that helps break up the daily routine of fighting with a serious look on your face.
Whoops. Perhaps I used too much power. There's nothing you can do.
I bet as soon as you saw top 10 ultimates, this was at the top. To start off, he grabs him by the throat and then chucks his unfortunate opponent away. This is then followed up by the worst beating in the game. Just a relentless pummeling as they are still flying through the air. The running and pummeling goes beyond any normal level of badassness. But oh no, there is still much left. The final hit of the pummeling knocks them away, and as soon as it looks like they will finally be able to escape, surprise! 13 appears behind them and grabs them again. This time he simply slams them into the ground, but the target is so demoralized and hopeless that they just lay there on the ground and wish for death to come. This is a short wait as 13 is more than happy to grant their final request. With one giant blast of energy point blank to the back, it is all over. The only thing left after this attack is the fear and hopelessness he created with the whole thing. Small children stay awake at night from the fear he creates.
Mission complete. But there's plenty more stuff to destroy.